Guys, blockbuster horror is finally among us. And I am on my way to go watch one of the most anticipated horror movies of the year, Ryan Coogler's Sinners. And people that have seen this early, everyone is just ranting and raving. Rotten Tomatoes has it 99%, so is the hype real? Well, let's go check it out for ourselves, friends.
Alright guys, I am still literally in my car. I'm like not even 10 steps from my house, and I don't even want to wait. I want to talk about this movie because it's so fucking amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go in, bye.
Well, the hype is definitely real. Holy shit! Let's get into my thoughts. Now, the movie centers around Michael B. Jordan. He plays these two twin brothers, Smoke and Stack. And it just so happens that both of them come across a bunch of money. And they both get the bright idea, hey, let's take a pause from being criminal pieces of shit for a moment. Let's go back to our hometown. Let's buy this big barn from this racist asshole guy. And let's just invite a bunch of people from our hometown to come and play some instruments and party and have a really good time. That's exactly what happened. They buy this barn, they invite all these people, they're having a good time singing and playing instruments and whatnot. And you guys know me, if you watch me on anything, you know I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. But this movie makes me a big fan of musicals. This isn't a musical by any means, there's just musical sequences, but I fucking love it for that. As they're partying, having a good time amongst themselves, they get an unexpected knock at the door out of nowhere from our villains of the movie, the white people. AKA the vampires. And that's essentially the plot of the movie. Now let's get into exactly what worked for me and what worked for me, because there's really nothing negative about this movie, honestly. So first and foremost, I love the idea of a horror movie being able to pull off two different genres in the same film. The first half kind of has a Django Unchained vibe to it, where we're basically following our main characters, introducing the side characters and what they're going to be adding to the story. And the second half kind of gives me a John Carpenter's The Thing vibe, where pretty much all hell breaks loose and the villains infiltrate from the inside out. I also really like what they did with the villains or the vampires of the group, where you're not so much like they're lurking in the darkness and that's where the horror comes from. No. The real horror comes from how unnervingly convincing their manipulation tactics are. Like, it's got my skin crawling, it's so creepy. And even though I would very loosely call this a horror movie, especially one that's not going to scare you, it is definitely going to leave you unsettled and leave things very tense. And one of the biggest reasons for that, and arguably the biggest positive this movie has going for it, is its ability to make you care about each and every single one of these characters. So when the horror elements actually do start happening, you're not going, oh god, I gotta cover my eyes, a jump scare, oh god. Instead, you're going, oh fuck. So guys, I would absolutely recommend for you guys to go check out Sinners. Not only am I saying that Sinners is probably going to go down as one of the better horror movies of this year, but just all around, this is probably going to be one of the better horror movies of the last decade. I'm not even joking. Also, Michael B. Jordan is fucking awesome in this.